everybody.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
I am Janae Strother.
I'm Sean Spencer.
Back.
We are back.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen.
I gotta go out and hold up.
Come on. The lion. The lion. New man looks so fine. Kirk Cousins.
All right. I am Janae Strother.
I'm Sean Spencer.
And this is Let's Talk Football.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy, Sean Spencer, one half of that dynamic duo that is Let's Talk Football. And ladies and gentlemen, yeah, we're back. You know what it is. You absolutely know what it is. We are back live, direct, in your living room. Don't worry. I know you might think, oh my God, you guys are actually here. What's going on? We're still here because what the race is not given to the swift, nor the battle to the strong. It's our team that is enduring. We will endure. We're going to keep it moving. It's Wednesday, Washington Football Weekly. I'm not here by myself. I'm here with South Carolina's own Mr. Eggplant himself, the Will Kramer.
All right. Well, I'm happy to be back, man. Happy to be back and doing this again.
Let's go. And hey, back after having to deal with a little kryptonite, the Black Superman. Yes, sir. The shirtless wonder in the building. Low.
Hey, man, let's go. I'm feeling a lot better now. Thanks, Sean. Thanks, Will, for holding it down the last show. Kept it going. I'm ready to argue. Let's get it.
Let's go. Nathan already here watching, saying, "Let's go." What's good, fellas?
What's up, Nate?
Yo. Oh, look, hold up. We're going to talk about this a little later, Nate. He said Justin Herbert and Derek Carr for sale in fantasy.
No, I need tight ends.
Justin right now.
Anybody got them? You still have 12 tight ends on your
Ab
roster.
has them.
Hey, you need a tight end?
I do. I need 2.
I'm just stashing tight ends on his bench, like, yeah.
And I got Kettle coming back, man. What up?
Let's go. Yeah. Hey, he said, Abs, good to see you at 100% better.
Thanks, fam. I appreciate the love, man.
He said, Will, what's good?
All right.
Let's go. Yo, hey, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and get on into it real quick. I did want to shout out Carson McCullough, he's a freshman for Oakton High School. He's Mr. Everything on the field, does not come off the field. We just got done watching his game, had 2 touchdowns. The team has gone through a really, really bad year. This is their first game. They finally got the W, but he's been playing his butt off. And, hey, like I was telling you guys before, the closer I got to that field, I got that itch. Where I was like, hey, coach, I'm just saying I'm here, you know?
Sean stiff-arming 15-year-old.
Get off me. Let's go. It's football, man. You're crying football.
Football is a man's game.
Let's go. So, yo, that was absolutely great. But, yo, we got to get into it. We got to recap our team. We're going to recap this past game. I did want to actually say something real quick. And, Ab, I want to know if you want to address this. Your man, the guy that you have been just vouching for all year long, Mr. Jameis Winston, got a shout out to him, man. Terrible luck, tore the ACL, out for the year, man. You want to say something to him, man? You want to talk about it?
Man, he was having a decent season. You know what I'm saying? He was having a very decent season, and when everybody was sleeping on this man, I had his back. I literally was vouching for this man to come to DC, and everybody turned their nose up. You two motherfuckers turned your nose up at it too.
I want nothing to do with him.
Will over there flaring his nose and shit. Just
yeah.
Uh-huh.
So I'm trying to tell you, man, he was having a respectable season, and honestly, I think he did enough this year for people to put some respect on his name next year. You know what I'm saying? So get well soon, bro. You did me proud. You actually proved to people that I know what I'm talking about. And so that I don't lie around here. So, but yeah, man, I think he did enough for next year to prove that he deserves I wouldn't say top tier money, but enough to be considered top 15 quarterback money in this league next year.
Wow, Will. Fix your face, Will. Golly.
Yeah, man.
Look, hey, I'm proud of him. He did. He definitely showed us something. He had signs and moments of his old self, but he definitely showed us something. He led that team, and you could tell by the way the team responded. A lot of those guys, like Simeon in his on the field interview at the end, was like, "Yo, we just, we did it for Jameis. We just want to make sure he's okay and everything like that." So, hey, we wish the best for you, buddy. Wish the best, and we'll go ahead now. We'll eat those W's for you, buddy. Don't even worry about it. All right, let's go. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are Washington Football Weekly, and thank you for those of you that are here watching. And we got to get into it. We got to get into it. Will, I'm coming to you. We played against a 3-4 Denver Broncos team. I thought this is the one we could have got the W, Will. I'm not going to lie. I really did think this is the one we could have got it, but we did not get the W. We lost 17-10. Will, talk to us, man.
Yeah, this one's frustrating. This one's real frustrating because we talked about it in our text. Like, this was a must win.
Must win.
You're going on a bye week. You lose the game and you're really putting yourself in a hole. And that's what we did. We put ourselves in a huge hole now by going 2-6. And I think for me, what was getting so frustrating about watching the game is, aside from the Bills game and the Chiefs game, we were in it and we were moving the ball and we were consistently driving down on offense and getting within scoring distance and not coming away with anything, not even field goals, and so that was really, really frustrating how much we stalled in the red zone. And then when it came time to, if we needed to kick it or get a fourth down call, it was not good and it did not work. So that was frustrating. The one thing I saw that I thought was a bright spot is the guy who's been jumped on all year. I thought Landon Collins played really, really well.
Yep.
And I hope moving forward they're carving out the role where he can thrive and he can help us, the rest of the year. I know he doesn't want to play linebacker because he says he's too small to take on the lineman. But he's good down there around the line of scrimmage. He made plays covering, swing passes. He made plays in the runs. He blitzed and got a sack. So, like, if the one silver lining I saw was he played really well, it just comes back to the offense moved it. We showed potential, but we couldn't get it done.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Ab, what do you think, man?
I'm pissed off, man. Like, we talked about it, must win. This was definitely a must win. And even though I still hold a lot of weight on we're a second half team, I still hold a lot of weight to that. I think we are, and the last few games are winnable games for us. What, last 8? Was it 8 games, 9 games? Yeah, are winnable games for us. It's just not a good look to let these games go, man. Like I told you, the Saints game felt like we let that go. That was a winnable game. This game, like, they gave us every opportunity to win this damn game, bro.
Yep.
Every single one. And we didn't do anything with it. I think there wasn't I think this is some high school rookie type coaching, man. Like this, like to me, I've been saying this from jump, and I know you guys may not agree, but I don't think we put our players in the right position to win. And we have the talent out there, but I don't think they know what to do with it. I don't know what Ron Rivera, to me, see, this is what I'm talking about. Ron Rivera was very quick to call out Dwayne Haskins last year. This man couldn't shit right, like couldn't sit on the toilet right to shit. And he just got called out over and over and over and over again. And Ron Rivera would do it in the media. Why isn't he doing that at all to anybody? Why isn't he calling out Jamin Davis? Like, why isn't he calling out? Like, you get what I'm saying? Why isn't he calling out the secondary? Like, I just don't get it, man. And to me, there's not enough accountability holding these players to what they're doing wrong. And it's like, I don't like. There's times where you're like, okay, pat on the back, you did a good job. They're getting there. They're getting there at week 8, like week 9. Come on, man. Like the rest of the league is already halfway there. And you're just like, oh, they're getting there? Right. Like, why do we start off so damn slow, man? It's unmotivating. And it like literally, it makes us look bad, man. It makes the city look bad. Like, honestly, we can't even be proud to root for our team. You know, I went to the bar to watch the game, and there was people like avidly pointing at us because they knew we were going to lose the game before it's all said and done. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have a handful of good plays to cheer for, and then that's it. It's a wrap. I think, you know, there's an issue when your second string running back is your leading reception maker. And that's bad, bro. It's really bad. There's something out of whack, and they need to figure it out. Like, granted, I think that's good that they found a way to be different to try to at least muster up some type of offense. But I still think it's bad that they that our McKissick was our leading receiver in Denver.
Yeah. Now that's the. Go ahead, Will. What you got?
I'll say, you know, and I'll be honest with you, I didn't have a whole lot of emotion during this game. I didn't have a whole lot of expectations for us. And so while I was disappointed that we lost, I wasn't surprised. And I think the reason why I didn't have a whole lot of passion going into this game is we're playing with our backup quarterback. Our receiver that we signed in free agency is not on the field. The draft pick that we got to be dynamic is not on the field. Our tight end, who stretches the field and provides balance on offense, is not on the field. Our whole right side of the offensive line, and at one point from the middle to the right, is full of all backups. You know, it's like we're not playing with the folks that we came into the season with. And so for me, it was kind of like I just didn't have that, like, I really didn't think we were going to win. You know, it's like as bad as Denver is, I'm like, if we win it, it's going to be a really crappy game that we squeak out, which we had every opportunity to. And then that's when, as I texted y'all, like, we don't have the ability to overcome mistakes.
Right.
And losing teams seem to make losing plays. Right. And we did that to ourselves out there. You know, we had a ball that we could have picked off for Bobby McCain. He didn't. We had the ball. Terrell Fuller made a great play, popped the ball forward, and Deron Payne and Chase Young ran into each other.
Yes.
And neither one of them caught it.
It's like they fought each other for it.
Yeah, like plays that are there to be made that we can't afford to not make it. We're not making it. So it's like we're not helping ourselves at all. So I feel like not only are we not playing with the full deck of cards right now, we're not helping ourselves either.
Yeah. And I think that shows up on third down. We're 5 of 14 on third down. You know what I mean? We had 2 red zone trips and what? You know what I mean? Like, this is the type of stuff. I mean, look, you're absolutely right. we are missing half of our team. We are, man. And this is kind of what we should have expected coming in when your starter goes out, your big name signing is not playing, your main guy that we franchise tag, he's not playing. With all these injuries, this is what – but still in this game, it was one of those things like, come on. We got to win this. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we talk about the Saints game, Ab, and, you know, I was there. It was that same feel like, you know, we can win this game. Like, but we're shooting ourselves in the foot. You know what I mean? We're doing it to ourselves. Like, it's frustrating. It's absolutely frustrating. They sacked us 5 times for 40 yards. Those taking us out of field goal range, those drive killers. We got to get it together, man. Heineke, I know you're a backup. That's fine. Well, then dink and dunk and be a game manager. You can't. This is another game where he throws 2 interceptions, and it's just like, come on. But all through, I can deal with all of that. I can deal with it being 10-10 and them getting the lead back and all that stuff. I can even deal with it, them getting the interception, and you're like, all right, let's go. They're run out the clock. When they were ready to run out the clock, late in the game, not after the interception, but late in the game, there's like 30 seconds left. They had the ball. First play, they fumble. And you're like, oh, okay, teaser, thanks. Then they throw the incomplete pass. And you're like, okay, we can save a timeout. Then they fumble again. And then we get it back, and it's like, do I get excited? And then it's just like, all right, no. There's no reason. That's for what?
Yeah.
Talk to me. Like, you know, Ab, what do you guys think of this? Those last couple plays, you get the ball back, and then all of a sudden, it's like, for what? You might as well just hand it right back to him.
It's like, honestly, Will said it perfectly. Like, we find ways to lose the game. So it's like, even if we do get the ball, it don't mean shit. It doesn't mean absolutely anything. We didn't prove that we could do anything like that. We needed a touchdown. So it's like, we can't even get 3 points. You know what I'm saying? Even if we did get into field goal range, we got blocked twice. That's unheard of.
Yes.
Jesus, man.
Yes.
Blocked twice. Like, yep. I swear our special teams is like permanently cursed. Like, it's just like we don't even know how to play special teams. Like, I don't know what the other teams are doing to be so great at it, but we sure as hell know how to F it up. And I just don't understand. I really don't understand is that it's uninspiring. Like, it's just like we suck, bro. Like, man, like, it's just we suck.
So for special teams, I will say one of the issues might be that our long snapper Cheeseman is from Michigan. As my fiance has, I'm sure, told you guys multiple times, they can't get it together. So that might be an issue. There you go, babe. Love you.
Wow.
Point for Sean. Take it.
He playing dirty.
But yeah, you're right. Will, what do you think, man?
I mean, that's what I'm saying. I think the only thing right now that we can do, and I know, you know, we'll get into some of this, but like the bye week is catching us at a time when we need it, because we need our bodies back.
Yes.
We need players back. We need guys to get back healthy for us to try and regroup for, like what Ab said, is a stretch run with winnable games, with games we can be competitive with, you know, but games that can get exciting. And so it's just we got to get healthy, because we can't go in trying to play these guys. We can't go play the Bucks with Tyler Larson, Wes Schweitzer, and Sadiq Charles on the offensive line. You know, it's not going to get it done. You know, Ricky Seals-Jones has been quite the surprise, but we need more. We need some production out of our receivers. Terry can't do it all. You know, and we saw if they blanket him, then who else? Who is there? Like, right. I've said it. Why is our running back our leading receiver? We had that last year. That's Alex Smith offense.
Yeah.
You know, but Denver said, we're like, Terry's not going to beat us, you know, because they said nobody else on your team scares us. Mm-hmm. So We're going to take away the one guy that scares us. So we got to get healthy.
We got to. Absolutely. Dude, I will say shout out to McKissick. If we can't say anything's positive with his 8 receptions, 83 yards, he's been consistent. He's been something that we can definitely rely on. So definitely shout out to him. Shout out to Anthony Handy. What's up, man? He's saying, "What's up, fellas?" He's saying, "What's up, fellas?"
Right.
What's up, 98 degrees, bro? What good, man.
Let's get it. Yo, Date said Josh Lambo is available.
We'll get into that.
Oh, yeah. Well, we're going to see. Yeah, let's go. All right. We are going to go ahead and move on, ladies and gentlemen. Let me do this real quick. All right. Yes. We're going to go ahead and move on to the longest running segment on Washington Football Weekly. Like it, love it, or
hate it.
Yeah, buddy. And ladies and gentlemen, this is where we give you a couple topics and give you our opinion. If we like it, maybe we love it, maybe we absolutely hate it, ladies and gentlemen. But that's just how we feel. And Will, I'm coming to you first. Ron Rivera is not giving players time off during the bye week. How you feel about that?
Mixed between I like it a little bit, but I also hate it. I like a little bit of the fact where like Ron's setting a message. We have you said accountability, and he's basically saying you guys have not earned this weekend off. You have not earned the right to go vacation and get away from here. Y'all are playing god awful, and we need to right this. But I don't like it because we do need to be getting healthy, and they do need to be rested. And so having them come in the building, if they're going through practices, we really need to just get some rest and get our guys back up there. But I do like the fact that I hope they're hearing the message. Like, this is not acceptable. 2-6 is not acceptable. What you're doing individually is not acceptable. What we're doing collectively as a team is not acceptable.
Yeah. Ab, what do you think?
I love it. Like, honestly, what do they need a vacation for? They've been taking the whole year off. What do they need vacation for, bro? Yo, they play like they ain't got no worries in the world, man. Like, I'm trying to tell you, and to me, I think Ron Rivera already is coddling them anyway. You know what I mean? So why do you need a vacation at all? Like, to me, Ron Rivera should be like, look, y'all ain't fitting to embarrass me in front of Brady, man, because y'all need 2 weeks to get ready for this man. 2 weeks. You see Brady on good defenses. Baby, give daddy a second, okay? Brady on good defenses is putting up 4 touchdowns on them. So against us, man, he finna embarrass us. And then Gronk gonna come. They're on a bye week too. Gronk is gonna come back too. Oh, bro.
Yeah, no.
Oh my gosh, Gronk alone's gonna have 5. I'm just trying to this is gonna be dumb, man. It's not even gonna be funny. Ron Rivera should be getting in their asses more than he is. To me, I really thought he was going to be more hardcore than this. But you see him just so chill on the sideline. You know what I'm saying? I want to see him lose his mind. I want to see him see some emotion in this man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Act and look like you care.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear they're about to, they look all right to me. I don't see what you guys see. What?
No.
Bro. He's he's doing that Belichick shit where keeping it in-house and everything like that. Yeah. I don't like that.
Right.
So to me, y'all get no vacation. Y'all took the whole year off already. Stay your ass at home and learn this playbook.
Yeah. No, I love it. I absolutely love it. And then it goes back to what I said about going to the game earlier today and feeling that energy. I hope Ron Rivera is coming into that locker room, knocking over Gatorade containers and saying, play, this is some crap. Time off. What? No, you need to be practicing on top of practicing. Okay? Because at the end of the day, like Ab said, the schedule outside of Tampa Bay coming up, it's winnable. I mean, with everything that's happened, we're talking Panthers, we can do Seattle, we can do the Raiders, and then we got the divisional game. Now, Dallas, we've seen what they do, but we could split one with there. I mean, we could potentially go 6-2, if not 7-1 in this last little stretch. And I think that's the message that he needs to get over to him, that's saying, hey, listen, button down, focus, forget about what happened prior to this, and get it together, because we have a stretch that we need to pull it out. If we want to salvage this season, we need to sit here and step it up, and we need to be refocused. We absolutely need to be refocused, man. So, yeah, they haven't played any type of way to deserve any kind of time off, in my opinion. So I love this. I love that.
Let me add to that, too. Just because you're not letting them leave for vacation doesn't mean you're hardcore practicing them into the dirt kind of thing. Okay. Mm-hmm. So, like, to me, injuries, we're a banged up team. Like, we're a very banged up team. To me, that doesn't mean you can't have walkthroughs. Doesn't mean you can't have those pads only practices in shorts and everything like that. Sean, we did it several times.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Where we had practice in the gym and we were just shorts and helmets and shoulder pads. So everyone, I know this isn't the likeliness of, like, I know people are gonna, like, I see Nate shitting on it in the comments, but to me, I just don't think it could just simply be like mental, just like you guys need to study, Y'all need to read defenses better, offense is better, Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, it's like football 101. It could simply be that. It just means you aren't letting them go for a week and messing up. You know what I'm saying? Because we already seen what it did to old boy on the West Coast.
I mean, I honestly, I think that's it right there. It's the focus. We need to refocus. And I think he's telling them that, look, get your head right. You're not going to go take this time to go off and vacay and do all these different things. Even if we have to be in here day, like you just said, look, we've been through COVID. They have the virtual meetings and all that stuff. So we need to be meeting, period, every day. If it's film study, if it's just in the training room, making sure all the bumps and bruises are getting healed, if it's being in the building just to sit here and look over some stuff, we need to be reconnected and get back on that right page, and we need to get refocused. We absolutely need to get refocused, man. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to move on and like it, love it, hate it. And Abs, I'm coming to you first. Oh, go easy on him, Abs. Like it, love it, hate it. Chris blew it. 1 of 3, 2 blocked, and 1 extra point. How you feel about this, man?
You got the bleeping, like the bleep, like, cause like, man.
Is this on tape delay?
Right.
Dude, I don't like this man as much as I don't like Del Rio. And I'm trying to tell you, bro, is that maybe we could have, like, think about it. If we made those 2 field goals, it's a 1-point game. And maybe, I know football situations and everything like that could happen, blah, blah, blah. But essentially, let's just say that it's a 1-point game. And it would have been a different ball game. It could have been, we would have played the game a little bit differently, And to me, I just think this is a shame. It really is a shame. I wanted Hopkins gone, but not for this Bama. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, not one bit. This dude is straight doo-doo. And I hate him. I hate it. I hate all of this, man. And it's just like, it really, really makes me wonder what Ron Rivera is thinking, or like what's going on in his head, or what's going on in the front office that they picked this guy to be our kicker, you know what I'm saying, over Hopkins. Like, you're supposed to step up, not step back.
Yeah.
In the middle of the season, you're supposed to get better, not start over. And to me, I this is unexcusable, man. Like, to me, this guy's never kicked before in the league. His first team, like all this other shit, this is crazy to me, man. How do you get 2 kicks blocked in a game? Some kickers don't get 2 kicks blocked in years spanned.
Yeah.
Years.
Yeah.
Years. And this dude does it in a game. And it's mind-blowing to me, man. It's so crazy. This is some garbage, man. Like, it really looks like we're vying for a top 5 pick. It's almost like we're shitting the season away. And it's like, I don't even know why they got us excited if this is what the attempt is. It's because we didn't make any moves in free agency. We didn't make any we didn't make any moves before the trade deadline. We barely made any moves in free agency. Like, it's almost like we literally was just trying to shit away this season and look forward to the top pick to trying to get a quarterback. And I think Ron is doing a damn good job of trying to get that done.
That's crazy. That's great. Look, I'm gonna just say the elephant in the room. Look, there is no bigger red flag when going for somebody to acquire somebody for a clutch position than having their last name literally be Blewett. This is a position that the guy that we had before was missing kicks. So we need somebody clutch because we're in a lot of these tight games, and the man's name is Blewett. The first thing that every one of us thought when we heard, "Oh, we signed Blewett on our practice squad," was like, "What? What? Why are you trying? That's just trying to sabotage. That's a horrible omen. Like, why? What?" So look, and if you looked at both the kicks, honestly, I'm surprised it didn't hit our guys in the back of the helmet. I mean, it was
so low.
Right.
So low.
It was so low, and it was like, dude, did you even get the ball off the ground? Like, what are we talking about right now?
The main field goal didn't even get halfway up the uprights.
Well, right. So that's why I'm kind of like, man, I mean, and you can't tell me y'all didn't see this in practice, or y'all didn't see. I mean, hey, look, and Ab, we know how the kicker practice. Sometimes there's nobody rushing them. They're just sitting there, and all they gotta do is make 1 or 2 kicks, and then they go back to playing and hanging out.
They're chilling with their helmets off, like,
right,
and like probably don't even have their shoulder pads on. Like, that's how chill. That's how chill their practices are.
Yeah. So it's ridiculous. I absolutely hate that we have this guy. If this is, we got to get better than this. We're going to talk about that a little later. But Will, what do you think, man?
Yeah, I mean, the fact that he's had 3 of his 5 kicks in the NFL have been blocked, so he's got consistency here, and it ain't good.
Right.
I can't imagine, and all the times, because this guy came in and came out on the practice squad and in for tryouts. How did we not see that this guy kicks a low ball? How was this not noticed? And like you said, in the last couple games, we've needed every point we can get, and we're not getting it. I'll be honest with you guys. I wasn't happy when Dustin Hopkins was released. Not because I didn't think that we needed to have some accountability on him, but because in the middle of the season, I'm not really sure what else you're going to get better. Mm-hmm. And at the time that we cut him, he was 7 of 8 on field goals. He was kind of turning some of that around a little bit, and I didn't think it was a good idea to cut him. I think we should have had competition at training camp. Mm-hmm. I think there was way too much complacency on our part with him in allowing him to fester these misses and it not matter, But once the season started and you're inconsistent and missing big kicks and getting a gift from Dexter Lawrence of the Giants, it's too late. We're in the thick of this. We're in the season. We're not getting these young guys. But the fact that Blewett has been out of college for 5 years and hasn't gotten a chance to kick anywhere, this is the guy,
Yeah.
So I mean, They haven't announced it yet, and it's not that big a deal this week. But man, I hope we bring in somebody else next week and we kick this guy to the curb. And honestly, one of the Nathan mentioned the guy Lambo. I saw Joey Sly just got cut by I think the 49ers. He kicked for the Panthers and Virginia Tech. You know who I would rather have at this point? If we're gonna have Blewett on the roster, go get me that Ravens practice squad kicker, Jake Verity. Go get me if he's been sitting behind Justin Tucker, hearing what Tucker does, because kickers in this league aren't really, they're not good anyway. If you don't have Tucker or Bucker or I think even Dallas now with Greg the Leg, like there's a couple elite, and then they all kind of around that 85% range.
Yeah,
they're going to make 3 or 4 kicks. They're all going to miss one, so they're all kind of not very good. But so let's get a guy who sat behind one of the elites, because Tucker's almost worth a first-round pick for some teams.
Yeah,
I'm not even lying. He
can
save you and win you games.
Oh yeah. We definitely need to shout out to Anthony on Zagnip Productions saying, "Told y'all as soon as I heard his name." Yep, we knew it. We absolutely knew it.
But you ain't tell us shit, man. Like we knew it already ourselves, man. Shit, you didn't tell us shit.
Called him out.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
We already knew it. Don't say I
right.
told you so when we agreed. Already knew it ourselves. Shit.
Yo, I can dig it. Oh man, I can dig it. All right, Will, coming back to you. Recently, Jaylon Smith was released from Green Bay. He plays linebacker. We definitely have a need at that position. What do you think, Will?
I don't know. Like, why did Dallas cut him middle of the season, having a good defense, with the defense playing well? Why did Green Bay just cut him after signing him with the defense, their defense playing well? So, I honestly, right now, if we're already 2-6, I'd rather give Jamin Davis as much time on the field as we can. I'd rather see Khalik Hudson get some playing time out there, and let's see what we have in house before we really need to go out and get somebody. Perfect. Yeah. It's like, let's see what we got, because if we do worse, we're only going to set ourselves up for a better draft pick then. So I don't know. I don't think I'd go after it.
No, yeah, I think it's kind of almost untouchable, because it's sitting here like, yeah, Dallas, who had, like, even your point, exactly what you said. Dallas on the rise, they let him go. Mid-season, it's like, okay, Green Bay on a winning streak, they're letting him go, and their defense showing up. So it's kind of like, all right, what's really going on with him? Because we know how good he is, or at least how good he's played, And so I'm just like, look, we got the people in-house. Take care of where we can take care of. Let's do what we got right now, and kind of, I'd have to do more research on looking into them. But right now, if we don't have to, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it.
We got someone on Facebook says he sucks in open field coverage. We already have that covered. We don't need to add another linebacker that can't cover an open field.
Yeah. Now, hey, I'm sending it to you, Ab. But before I do, Anthony returned with why Ab fussing like that one angry uncle at the cookout?
Because you gave me that burnt rib. That's why. Shit. Looked up. You gave me that burnt hot dog and then told me to shut up. Like, right.
Move on, right? Yo, man, Jaylon Smith getting released. What you think, man?
Man. So to me, it's I don't know which is worse. If getting released by Dallas or getting released by Green Bay. I think Green Bay was the worst move, though. Getting released by Dallas, that's suspect, because that's like a money move too, because I think they still owe a lot of damn money to this man. So like to get rid of him mid-season is kind of like for that reason, it was just like, even though they knew that they owed him so much money. Now Green Bay, Now I don't understand. Like maybe he just didn't fit with the locker room. Maybe that's what it is. But they said they only played 2 games, and one of those games he didn't even he was a healthy scratch for or something like that. Or he was there for a month and was a healthy scratch the last game, and that's just kind of insane to just think about. You know what I'm saying? A healthy scratch and who did Green Bay play last week? Arizona, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like they could have used all the help that day.
Right.
I mean, they won, but it was a really, really tight game. So it's a concern to be released after being picked up. So that means that you aren't the person that they signed up for.
Right.
You aren't that dude. Like there's something going on that's not being broadcast, something that you're hiding. I think it's a Todd Gurley thing, man. Like early thing, you know what I'm saying? Like how he's able to get on the team, but then once he's on the team, then the team realizes like shit, we made a mistake, bro. Like it's and so to me, I think we do sign him for real because we have no other options, man. There is not, and especially if we're going to make this second half run, I say we sign him. There's nothing like to me. There's no downside to this. If any, we sign him to a veteran minimum for the rest of the year, and honestly, at worst, he's a backup. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like that's to me, we can't lose anything from this. So we sign this man, please. And for cheap, and honestly, hopefully he can just do something different than what we already got.
Yeah, no, I like that. And Ab, I'm coming right back to you. Moving on to the last thing on Like It, Love It or Hate It. Montez Sweat suffered a fractured jaw. I'll put that in there. Versus the Broncos, out roughly a month. Ab, what do you think?
What's Montez Sweat suffer fracture? Okay. Shit sucks, man. Like honestly, it's just like once you're low and they keep kicking you, this is one of those things, man. Like we already offensive line jacked up. Now starting to cross over to our defensive line. Ouch! I am not for this at all, man. Like I told you, man. Like when we first saw, I was disappointed that we didn't do a fire sale by trade deadline. Honestly, why is trade deadline I feel it's always so early in the year. Like, why isn't it like later? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it kind of just hurts me, but it's just crazy to me that we can do anything at the trade deadline. That should be a topic. My bad. But Montez Sweat, this hurts. I digress. Baby girl, stop. Okay, I digress. My bad. This hurts us. You know what I'm saying? Especially if, for a run. Thankful this is right before bye week, so it doesn't affect any games for 1 week. And so there's not a lot that you can do for a fractured jaw. Like there's no treatment, there's no PT, there's like, you get what I'm saying? Like there's not a lot you can do for a fractured jaw. So yeah, it's just rest. And honestly, thankful this is the right in time for the bye. Like sometimes you'll heal faster, but sometimes you don't, you know? So this sucks, bro. It really does. Montez, if anybody was doing anything, it was Montez Sweat.
It was him.
So,
Absolutely. Will, yeah, what do you think, man?
Well, it sucks because he is one of our starters along the defensive line. We could really use him. He's actually pissed me off all season, to be honest with you. Maybe I haven't gotten over the COVID stuff, you know, and his selfishness. But this is the dude who brought up breaking the sack record. And he's got, what, 2? 4?
He's got 4, yeah.
He's got 4. And he thought he was gonna break 20 this year.
Yeah.
You know, dude, you're not even going to get 10 sacks, you know, with the pace you're going. So, and now it's, you're hurt, so you can't jump on the dude when he's hurt. But I don't know. It's like, yeah, he's been just a part of the whole defensive unit that's just been nothing but disappointing this season. And, and obviously getting hurt and not being out there to play is a detriment to us because he is a good player. He is just has not produced this year.
Yeah.
Yo, Will, why you act like 8 sacks ain't shit?
Who's got 8 sacks?
No, I'm saying, so you're saying at this pace, then he won't have 10 sacks. So, but at this pace, that means he'll have 8 sacks though. So
it'd be decent, but he's the one saying we're going to break the record. He's talking 20. He's not going to be at pace for half of that shit.
I think a lot of people are on that hype, don't you think? At the beginning of the season, hell, we were on that hype. You know what I'm saying? We were like, oh yeah, man. We were being paid by the team, kind of shit. like we were on that hype chain too. So, to me, I think 8 sacks. People think because you don't get 10 sacks, then you're not shit. But 8 sacks, especially 8 sacks consistently, year after year, is a pretty damn good job. You know what I'm saying?
I would say that between the two of them, both him and Chase are having down years. That's pretty much a given, right? We can agree on that. I still see Chase making more plays in the run game. To where while Chase may only have 2 sacks, he's making other plays out there. He is making disruptions where, and part of me wonders, are these guys down with their numbers because they did come in overhyped thinking, hey, look what we did last year. Look what we're going to do in year 2. And then they're not working on their craft and folks have figured out ways to stop them and they're not adjusting. And so that's kind of where, that's why I'm frustrated with him because this is year 3 for Sweat. He's been projecting. I would have thought he would be doing even more. And if you're getting 8 sacks a year, you're being consistent. But is that worth big money now? Is that what we're expecting out of a first round pick?
Right.
Or are we really expecting a game disruptor, someone that they have to game plan around and who makes big plays? Otherwise, is he just expendable to move on?
Right. Well, look, yeah, and I hate this, but I mixed on why, because half of the reason is half the way I'm look, we knew he wasn't gonna get this crazy number of sacks. He wasn't gonna dominate like that. There was nothing from last year or the last 2 years that told us that he was gonna break this amazing record this year. But then the other part of me is kind of mad at myself for believing that hype. You know what I mean? Both of them getting 20 or 19 sacks, something like that. It's really? I mean, we would have to be really blown out. And we did. Hey, Ab, you're right. We did feed into it. We did start saying, we discussed it on this show. That very comment that he said he was going to get 19 and 20 and they were going to break the sack record. But that it's not happening. And now after this, look, at the end of the day, 8 sacks, 10 sacks, if we ain't winning, it don't matter. You know what I mean? We got to get the W. And right now, this sucks because he was the second in sacks on the team. You know what I mean? With 4. And between him and Chase Young, they have 5.5s. I think Chase Young has a sack and a half. You know what I mean? Up to this point. So this is it, when it rains, it pours. You know what I mean? We don't need him out, but like you said, Ab,
what is
bye
it?
Week, perfect time. Hopefully, glad it's now and not potentially if we're on a run towards the playoffs and then he gets out. Maybe he can come back.
What's the expression? Beat a dead horse, kick a man while he's down. One of them dumbass things. This is what this is. Right.
Salt in the wound.
We all said all year we have no defensive depth. Yeah. We can't afford either one of those 2 guys to get hurt.
Yeah.
And one of them just did.
We thought we would be doing better when this happened.
Yep.
Wrong.
Yep. Hey, but look, ladies and gentlemen, go back to the videotape because we absolutely did say that. We said the depth was going to be an issue. We said if one of our top guys go down, it's going to be an issue, ladies and gentlemen. We've been telling you this from the off season, ladies and gentlemen. Pay attention. We got something good for you. We got something. So I absolutely love it, man. That was the last topic on like it, love it, hate it, man. Look. At the end of the day, it's our bye week. All right. We made it thus far. All right. We need the rest. We need the relaxation. But at the same time, we need to work, grind. We need to get healthy. We need to get back on track because with the exception of maybe the daggone Tampa Bay Buccaneers, we actually have a favorable schedule. In my mind, in my opinion, I think we have a schedule that we can at least be in every game and or win if we are healthy and we are ready to go. So this brings me to my next question on a bye week. We understand the issues that we have. Will, I'm coming to you. Do we need to look outside the organization for players? A la trades, free agents. We talked about Lambeau, talked about Jaylon Smith. The Trubisky before the trade deadline, the Trubisky thing was out there. Do we need to start focusing on taking care of in-house, or do we need to start bringing people from outside?
You mean past this year, right, Sean? Not this year, because
but into the future. Going into from here on out.
Okay, so because a la trades, trade deadline.
Right. Right.
Yesterday, so there you go.
Yeah. So, Will, what you got, man?
Yeah. Well, I mean. Do y'all want to get Odell Beckham? I mean, he might become a free agent. I give you a huge absolutely not on him. Absolutely not.
We could get Odell and Cam. Let's go.
The very first thing in-house that we got to fix, we got to get a new kicker. Yep. Absolutely, for this season. But for this season, I think that's it. We're done. But absolutely, we still have a huge roster haul that needs to happen. I think we may be getting into it with Jack Del Rio. Is that a segment right after this?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I'll kind of put – I think we got a little too overhyped with how good our defense played last year and that there's still a lot more tweaking that needs to be done on that defense. And I'll just stop it there. But, yeah, I mean, I think – what we've learned from this season, we need a franchise quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
We will not make any stride towards competitiveness and consistently being competitive until we get a franchise quarterback. However, whether that be we go after a big free agent or we try and find somebody early in the draft, not a fourth round pick that we hope turns into Russell Wilson. I mean, we're talking we go and get that guy top 5 or whatever it may be. And I think we're still building. Ron talks about this a little bit where he talks about changing culture and he talks about the 5-year plan. He mentioned that 2 weeks ago, he mentioned that maybe making the playoffs brought along some unrealistic expectations. And maybe essentially they're actually sitting there saying, there was more to revamping this roster than we were able to do yet. And the fact that we made the playoffs and have a harder schedule this year is exposing that the roster wasn't where it needs to be a contender. So, yeah, I mean, we absolutely are going to have to make moves this offseason, whether it be quarterback, whether it be figuring out our offensive line a little bit more. Defensively, I think we need DBs. I think we need new safeties. We need another linebacker. So, yeah, we've got holes. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Ab, what you think, man?
Man, I could take over a whole show with how much we need and what to do, how we go about it, or, you know what I'm saying, my thoughts. Literally, it could take an hour. So I'm going to try to summarize it for you guys. If we have a top 10 pick, I think we need to go quarterback, regardless if we think he's worth that top 10 pick or not. We need to do something. We need to stop playing around. You know what I'm saying? like I think we getting too cute right now. And I really think Ron Rivera got too cute too. Like I would have respected, like I understand like that what our free agency for quarterbacks wasn't that like hot. You know what I'm saying? I understand that. But at least try. You know what I'm saying? Like we got a 40-year-old man to be our quarterback. Bro, did you not learn from Alex Smith? Alex Smith wasn't 40, but how old was he? Like 36 still?
He's
like he was 36 when we traded for him. Bro, come on. Like, so that's just that right there is painful. I like honestly, sure up offensive line. We need another wide receiver, and honestly, I disagree with Will in that aspect. I think that's where you might consider Odell Beckham. Honestly, I think I'm not all about his antics, but to me, the man commands attention. You know what I'm saying? And if you sleep on this man, then he might make you regret it. And honestly, he doesn't. He may be a shell of himself in the past from what he wasn't when he was with the Giants. But I think the man can still do it. Maybe he just needs the right team. You know what I'm saying? And the right coach. Maybe you know what I'm saying. So to me, Odell Beckham, especially if the Browns release him, like to me, this is all about the second half move, second half move to trying to win the division in the second half. You know what I'm saying? Or no, I'm sorry. I think Dallas will win the division, but to make the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? So if Cleveland releases him, because there's that talk, like I guess he's wearing out his welcome in Cleveland now. So I'm like, we should take a look at him. We should take a look at him. Offensive line, defensive line. I think we're good at defensive line, but I don't think I don't think just because you're good at a certain position, you just all of a sudden say we don't need to do anything to that position. You get what I'm saying? Like I think you still need to adjust. I told you guys about Tampa Bay. And I don't know if you guys remember it. I was like, if it wasn't such a shitty division, I think Tampa Bay would probably win the division. I told you guys, I said that because we were all talking about the 22 returners, return starters.
Yep.
I think they're basically saying that they're good. They don't need to upgrade at all in any position. And I think that's the worst thing you can do because I think you can upgrade at least somewhere, some way, somehow. And to me, they're regretting it right now because all those guys that they returned back is getting hurt. Now they're vying for all these cornerbacks that aren't worth a damn. So they didn't try to upgrade. They didn't try anything in free agency. So, and they just lost to the Saints. Saints team that just lost their starting quarterback, keep in mind. So, sorry guys. Back. I'm sorry. I always digress. My bad, guys. So I think we need a rehaul. I need to revisit every position on the team. Yeah. Honestly, I think any player that thinks they're safe, I think you need to revisit it twice too, because I think it's just one of those things. Is that we need to. I almost want to say we need a new culture for our team, and we need to revisit a lot of these positions, or at least a lot of these players' mindsets on where they're at with this team, because I hate when a player gets comfortable in a position and they think that they don't need to do more, and for whatever reason, we get these complacent ass players on our team and they're not hungry. And I think that's our biggest issue. We don't have hungry players. We have complacent players, and we need to fix that. We need to fix that. Like last year, for whatever reason, they were hungry for Ron Rivera and his sickness, and they wanted to win the division for him. What happened to that? So revamp the whole team from head coach on. Head coach down, we revamped the whole team. Honestly, I think, to me, I tell you the truth, I think Ron Rivera does. He needs to be on our team, but maybe not as head coach. Maybe he should be, like, to me, he might be better off in the front office, because that boy can make some drug deals, man. But but you don't really see it. You know what I'm saying? He's a smart guy, but maybe just like maybe this cancer kind of just took his fight out of him, because I don't see it. So head coach down, revamp the whole team.
Wow. Yeah, no. I honestly, as far as right now, I mean, you look at some of these guys that are available. We need to shore up our line. Offensive line, obviously now with Sweat out, defensive line, add depth to these positions so we're not worried about it. Y'all got on me this offseason when in our 53-man draft, I'm sitting here with 13 and 14 linemen.
We didn't get on you. We didn't get on you. We laughed at you.
Right.
It was the difference.
Because what is Wes Martin going to do right now?
I wish I had my guys. but look, honestly, I think you hit the nail on the head, Ab. We got to be more active in free agency. We got to be more active in going to the draft, making some moves, because it's clear that we tried to say, okay, what we had from last year is almost like a Tampa Bay thing. What the guys we have, we'll bring in maybe a couple more, but we're going to stick with what we have. And the schedule is completely different. We won the division, which, as you guys were talking about, might have been the biggest detriment. Now we have the schedule. Okay, I do got to address when somebody was saying in the comments, oh, you guys are a second half team. Yes, absolutely. Look at our schedule. Outside of Tampa Bay, all of those rest of those games are potentially winnable games. Yes, Dallas is hot, but don't sit here and, hey, we know what Dallas does. We know how they are in September and October. We'll see you in November and December. All right?
That's Joe. Joe talks shit. So
I know. I seen it.
Yeah, that Joe talks shit. So no, like, we are a second half team.
Yeah. And
we act like, honestly, we do bet. Like, look at all the playoff runs that we've actually gone on. We came back in the second half.
Every
like,
year.
Every
time.
Second half.
Get in. It's
like,
so it fucks with your mind. Sorry, Sean.
Yeah, it's the truth.
Every team, like, every year we're sitting there looking at it like, man, this team sucks. At the same time every year, and then all of a sudden, how'd they make it to the playoffs?
It's like, right. I mean, look, I guarantee you can go back to the posts or anything we had up last year at this time, and it would verbatim probably be the exact same thing that we're saying now. We were just as bad, if not worse, last year, so you can at least have a little hope. And then you look into the future of the games that we're playing, and I cannot harp on enough that we have those 5 divisional games, which is going to make such a huge difference. We go 4-1 in that division after already having the Giants win the beginning of the year. This is a whole different atmosphere. It's a whole different ball game we're playing. As far as I definitely think O-line, D-line, we need help. As far as wide receivers, man, look, you guys have talked to me all year about some of the guys that, we might have initially dropped but then picked back up on practice squad or something like that. I think we can really, and I really want us to put time into really kind of building up our receivers. We've been talking about our receivers all year, and we know about Curtis Samuel. Well, that's fine. If Curtis Samuel's going to be hurt, let's get AGG. Let's get some of these guys that we brought back, and let's put in time and dedicate some time to them. And if it doesn't work, then we'll deal with that in the offseason. But we have to address depth. We have to go into the draft, look at Dallas. They spent almost all their draft picks on defensive players. We need to go in there and get depth so that if we run into this situation on a run, you know what I mean, then we're not worried about this guy's hurt. Now all of a sudden we're garbage.
Sean, to add to what you were saying is that we always to me it's like we always sit there and say, I'm sorry, give me 1 second, guys.
Yeah.
Are you okay? Are you? Sorry, she it looked like she fell, so I had to go check on her real quick. Okay,
right. Dad duties never end.
That's right.
I totally forgot what I was about to say, guys. My God.
All right, cool. Hey, we're good. Oh man. All right, yo. So we good on this?
Yeah.
Good on this one?
Guys,
all right.
Calm down.
Ab, if you're straight, I'm coming to you on this.
Yeah, start with him.
Yeah. Ab, I want to know.
He's been waiting all season.
Let him have it. Is Del Rio working at defensive coordinator and go?
Honestly, I like Del Rio. As a man, but for real, this is not working. To me, last year, I felt so. I don't know if you guys remember last year, like I do, but I don't think we were good as a team, and even our defense wasn't even that good as a team altogether at this point in time. You know what I'm saying? But then we adjusted, and everything like that. To me, I think a good coach adjusts, and it's not just sit there and say you're going to do what I tell you to do and how I tell you to do it. Wrong. How are you telling a man that is a cornerback that's man coverage and then tell him to do zone? You don't do that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Is he able to do it? Maybe, but if he is sitting there making Pro Bowls on doing man coverage, why are you asking him to do zone? You get what I'm saying? It's not like that. You, as a good coach, you find what a person's good at and you try to put them in a situation where that's what they're going to do. As a good coach, you're down at halftime and you sit there and you make adjustments on what needs to be done. Being able to make adjustments at halftime and be like, look, okay, you're getting blown the hell out, so we're going to switch things up. And then Fuller, now you're covering this person and you're walking all over the field. Honestly, why aren't there more situations where they are adapting to teams? I just don't understand, because literally the same thing that they're doing at the in the first half, they do the exact same thing in the second half, and they don't switch up. And it's tiring to see this. I don't think it's just Del Rio. Like I said, we need to revisit head coach down, and under head coach is these coordinators. I never liked Scott Turner in the first damn place. So honestly, this weak ass Pop Warner freaking offense that he does, this blows my mind, man. Call your daddy. Tell him, say, daddy, help me. Wow. Nigga, help me. Just do it, man. Why can't they oh my gosh, man. Del Rio. So what I'm saying is Del Rio is not adapting enough. He's not he's not adjusting at all. To me, this is crazy to me. Honestly, you were gifted a great defense, or you were gifted a great defensive line. That means all you had to do was make adjustments here and there, and you could have had probably one of the best historical defenses ever, and you couldn't even do that. Like, you couldn't even do that. Like, it's just, I don't know. I really feel this team is trying to bomb. Like, how do you mess this up? Like, it blows my mind. I'm done.
Mike dropped. Will, what you think, man?
So I agree with some of the stuff that I was talking about. Like this year, I really thought we would have a lot better second half adjustments. I thought we would be, obviously, I thought we'd be a lot better on defense. I think we got duped last year. I think we got duped into thinking that we have a good defense and not realizing that, yeah, we have a good defense when we play Ben DiNucci and Nick Mullins and Ben Roethlisberger, who was, I think he might have been hurt or, he needs to retire anyway. Yeah, we had a good defense against those guys. Andy Dalton, people who can't run, statues, we can have good defense. And then what happened in the playoff game? We gave up third down after third down. We gave up got gashed in the run game, got gashed in the pass game, gave up over 500 yards. We got ate up by Tom Brady. And everyone just said, oh, that's Tom Brady. That's Tom Brady. That was an aberration. They'll fix it. But what's happened this entire year when we went up against a good NFL quarterback, which our first 8 games, we've been up against good NFL quarterbacks. Heck, I'll even say Teddy Bridgewater crushes Washington every single time. He may not play well against other teams, but he plays well against us. So for 8 games, we were up against starting NFL quarterbacks, and we looked terrible. The defense looks terrible, but it's the same blueprint. It's the same stats that we saw in the playoff game. So I almost sit back here and say, I think we got duped. I think it was a mirage that we're not where we are on defense. And we all just were like, here we go. Our defense, Washington's defense, pick them up in fantasy. Here we go. 40 sacks, Chase Young, Montez Sweat. And it's like, no, that is not the case. But I will say, the thing I don't understand is, how are we not getting more production out of that defensive line? How have we not been putting Landon Collins blitzing like he's been doing earlier? How are we not finding ways to be a little bit more exotic? I certainly fault him on that. But again, I think now that we've gone a half a season against starting NFL quarterbacks, it's maybe we weren't exactly what we thought we were.
Right. And how are we, 3 guys that just do this for fun, seeing things on the field that we're like, dude, I see this. Come on. You guys are paid all this money, and I'm looking at, you know what I mean? How many weeks did we say, hey, guess what? You need to blitz, until they finally started bringing some pressure? The whole Landon Collins thing when bringing him down in linebacker. Shoot, I don't care if you like it. If it works and you coach him up and train him to do it, then let's work the system. Let's figure it out, guys. Look, adjustments, you hit the nail on the head, Ab. You can't give the same thing they saw in the first half in the second half. Most, I say most because we're not a part of that. Most teams adjust. You talked about Tom Brady. You mentioned that multiple times. Tom Brady and Belichick, those guys have one game plan in the first half, one game plan in the second half. They're totally switching it up. They're adjusting on the fly, always studying, always. And I feel like those are the type of things that we need to be doing. Look, Del Rio, he's coached teams. We know about some of the defenses he's either been a part of or that he's coached. He's got credibility. But, I mean, maybe I think it was coupled to schedule. Like you said, Will, the fact that almost every quarterback that we faced has been a stud. At least 5? I think we could say at least 5 out of the 8 have been probably studs. Then you go with the fact that depth has been the issue. We've documented that all year. A secondary, we got new guys and we were excited about it, but then look at the new guy, same as the old guy. You know what I mean? A little things here and there aren't doing that. You talk about the dropped interceptions and the one that we're fighting each other to get the interception. And then you're waking and you're getting up looking at each other. Like, look, at the end of the day, when we played, even if we were getting together on the field, we looked to the coach. He was the one, set him straight. You guys need to be on the same page. Boom. This is where it is. This is what we practiced. This is what we talked about. It looks like they're kind of like the old Spider-Man thing. Everybody's pointing at each other. Who you, it's your fault. No, man. And especially at week 8 or week 9, no. So this is the perfect time for this. And hey, Del Rio has an opportunity. Get these guys together, get them in film room, get them practicing, do whatever you need to do, because we can see a gleam. We can see a light. Okay. Tampa, and look, enter Tampa. Who knows? Did that make me crazy? I don't know. But look, with the rest of those guys, with the Seattles, with the Raiders, with the Panthers, we can see something. But Del Rio, we got to get together. Defense got to get together. Depth, we got to work this thing out. All right, moving on real quick. And Will, I'm coming to you because this is something we've also talked about it. Ab, you talked about it, man. Look, Will, Rivera is calm. He's very calm, maybe too calm. What do you think, Will?
Yeah. When we watch him, so last year it made a lot of sense what he was battling and his lack of energy. But it appears that he's got that same type of mentality this season. And I want a head coach to have a balance of like being the calming force out there, the person who's seeing the bigger picture, seeing the next couple plays and not just reacting to the last one. But I really thought he would be a little more active during the game. Mm-hmm. I really thought that when all you do is see him on TV standing there, and his coaches are doing everything else. I really thought if we're starting to struggle, that at one point you'd see him and Jack Del Rio talking and then sitting down with the players and going over some things and really being active in everything. And who knows, maybe he hears everything on his headset, but he just doesn't have a whole lot of fire out there. Mm-hmm. And I think one of Ron's strengths is he is a player's coach that appears to have some discipline, so that the players play hard for him. But you're not really seeing any type of fire out of him, no. Any type of passion out of him, and I don't know, maybe close. We saw that one video when he was in Carolina. I think Amazon did it in season thing. He went berserk on those guys. He was screaming at Luke Kuechly and stuff. That's the type of fire I was expecting to see out of him. I don't know if he keeps that behind closed doors, and that's when he goes after him. But at least to the public view on the sidelines, he's really boring. Yeah. And I just wonder when it comes to we need to make second half adjustments. We need to get fired up, man. Chase Young's the only one out here firing everybody up. Yeah. You need a little bit more of that,
Very stoic. Very stoic. Yo, hey, look, hey, honestly, I'm right there with you, man. Hey, you and I know, man. You and I came from under Coach Meyer. You know what I'm saying? Who would yell at you if you took your helmet off when you were on the field. You know what I mean? We're used to coaches like that. And look, at the end of the day, Will, you're right. He might be somebody that does it, in house. It doesn't show his emotions outside. But I'm sorry, I need something more. I go back. If you were talking about what we want, I want Joe Gibbs. I want somebody like that. I remember they were did a highlight video of the 91 season, and they were talking about, they were a couple games from clinching the playoffs. They're, 11-1, something like that. And they played the Cardinals, and they went down 14-0. And they said Gibbs came in the locker room, normally calm and, nice Gibbs. And he came, knocked over the Gatorade and said, playoff team my ass. Y'all are playing like crap to a winning team, to a dominant team. I need, the way we're playing right now, I need things just what the, I need headsets flying. I need the whole nine. You know what I mean? I coach, and I'm not an NFL coach, but I coached for several years, and I have broken many a clipboard to get these guys to focus and, hey, get it together. What are we doing out there? You know, you need it. But what that also shows you, what I always tell Kat, if we argue and we get going back and forth, that means you care enough to evoke emotion. Because if I'm looking on the sideline, especially after a couple of those interceptions, and the camera pans right to him, and you just see him, no emotion, nothing changes. To me, that's like, okay. I mean, that reminds me like a Jay Cutler. Remember Jay Cutler after he threw an interception? He's like, all right, whatever. I'm getting paid. You know what I mean? I need something. Maybe that's me. Maybe other people are okay with just how stoic and they trust the process. Me, I'm a fiery guy. Ab, you know this. I'm a hot. Look, I need you to come down. Hey, if you come jump down my throat, then I must have been doing something I didn't need to do. And hey, help me, get me back in line, and let's go. That's just me personally. So when I see him on the sideline, I'm kind of like, man, come on, Ron. Come on. Ab, what you think, man?
So I'm gonna just I agree and disagree. I think there's moments. I think there's moments too where you're that fire, just like you said, Joe Gibbs. There's moments of where you chill, just like let things run, let things play. But then there's moments that you jump down people's ass, kind of thing. And I think it's like parenting. There's moments too where you get hype and where you just chill and everything like that. But to me, it's not even like that with Ron Rivera. I think Ron Rivera he's just the face of the franchise. I don't think he's calling plays. I don't think he's coaching. I think he's delegating. And honestly, the way that is the way he stands there and on the sideline, I think he delegates everything to all his coaches and depends on them in order to get these players right. And so is he that? And then the question is like, is he that hands off that he can't say anything to these players, that he can't? And to me, I don't like it personally. To me, like you, Sean, I need hands-on coaches. And to me, I would really, really think that a head coach would be hands-on. But I tell you the truth, man, when they shine the camera on Ron Rivera, he don't look like he's doing much of anything, man. Not one bit. Like, this man literally is the most chill dude on the field. And win, lose, or anything, this dude is the most chill person on the field. And it's like he's literally just the face of the franchise. And honestly, I analyze for a living, and I honestly want to just sit there and be like, look, this is exactly what he's doing. He's delegating these responsibilities to everybody else and literally having everyone else come to him about what they like just basically depending on his coaches to do everything and then report back to him on how they're moving.
I got a thought.
Yeah.
So a couple of years ago, the NFL forced Washington to hire one of their league executives. Dude didn't even make it throughout the whole season because he came out and said that there is no season ticket wait list. Anyone who wants a game can come to any game. Ticked off Dan Snyder and Bruce Allen. They're so vindictive. They got him out of the building by December. Okay, his name is Brian Lafreniere. Okay, then all of a sudden we hire this president. No one's ever heard of Jason Wright. He's not in NFL circles. He comes out of nowhere to get hired to be our team president. Who do you think made that call? Do you think Dan Snyder knew who Jason Wright is? Do you think they went in the same circles, or do you think Dan Snyder got told by the NFL offices in New York, hey, you need to hire this guy?
Right.
Part of me wonders, and I hate saying this because I like Ron Rivera. He is a good dude, but everyone will agree to that. No one will argue that part. Part of me wonders, like, in November of 2019, and you got fired by the Carolina Panthers because you lost the Redskins. And then a couple weeks later, you start having conversations with Joe Gibbs about the Washington organization. What made you think that Ron, what made you think that this was the next franchise you wanted to go to?
Right.
You knew there was turmoil here. And now that you're here, you've seen nothing, all the crap that's come. And we've got new crap that no one even thought of. Team name, sexual assaults. This year we got emails, you know, like there's more crap that it's like, part of me just wonders, like, is there a reason why he's like this on the sidelines? Because he's like, NFL told me to take this job. NFL told me I'm going to get $5 million a year. So I just got to ride my 5 years at $25 million and I can move on and go where else, you know, like, and I hate saying that, but it's like when you don't see some of that passion, like we're talking about, it's kind of like, makes you think like, and I'd be right. He's delegating everything. He doesn't talk to any of the players when they come off to say like, just you could have done this. Did you see this? Now go talk to your position coach. It's like, did you know what he was getting into? Was he basically like, this place is such a dumpster fire. We need a good face to be on to be for us. This is what we need. Ron, we need you to take this job.
Almost similar to kind of like Alex Smith, and you wonder if Alex Smith is gonna, or if Ron Rivera, after the time after he leaves, if all of a sudden all these reports come out where it's like, Ron wanted out like the first couple years, but he knew stick it in for 5 years, you know what I mean? Like it's, you look at his face, and some of it is just like I can see that where it's like, what am I doing? Like what did I really agree to this? Like, oh, God. You know, I fought back from cancer for this. You know, Ron, hey, wait. Like you said, he's a great guy. So proud of him. So glad that he was able to beat cancer. Keep going. But the fight, I don't know. The fight is he is delegating. He is hands off. It's I don't know. It's stressful because if I want my leader, and this is just me personally, in my opinion, I want my leader to be come on, you can do that. Let's go. You know what I mean? That stoic thing, I get it, but I mean, I come from a family, Pops was a Vietnam vet. You know what I mean? Marine. So the few, the proud. So he, you know, that's it every day. He was always, you know, like that type of stuff. But I don't know. Ron. Go ahead.
What if we didn't even say this? What if he's just done, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what if he's just done and just he doesn't even want to coach anymore? You know what I'm saying? Like he just doesn't have that fire anymore. You get what I'm saying? Like, what if he just gave up? Like, and he's just like, look, I signed a 5-year contract. I can't just be out. Then I owe them money. Like, what if he's just like, I'm make them fire me kind of shit? Like what if like?
I'll say this,
honestly, it just seems like that's like to me that's not far from what it seems like. And I'm gonna just go ahead, Will. But to me, it just doesn't. It's not far from what it seems like. This dude has no emotion in regards to what is going on. Not at all in the media, and especially not even on the field. So, go ahead, Will.
I will say that if Ron quits, if Ron is a failure here, I think that will be it for me. Like, as long as Dan Snyder is the owner, I will officially said, like, you've tried everything, and you can't get it done. So what is the point of being a fan of this team? And I don't know when I should bring this up, like, if there's a bye week thing, but like, I can't tell if because this season, like, I haven't had a whole lot of like passion, excitement during the game, and I don't know if it's because like my family life and I got a 2.5-year-old running around that I have to keep my eye on, so I really can't sit here and focus.
Right.
And there's been times with this show I can't put in the same research that I did over the summer, and it's like I think it's like, and then my job is the most busy time of the year for our job, so it's like I'm not able to put in as much focus as I used to for in on the NFL. I mean, I used to listen to podcasts for hours every week analyzing what the Redskins are going to do, but also part of me wonders if I'm starting to just get to that like, nope. It's been too long. This is rinse and repeat.
Right.
And repeat. And honestly, we talk about like why aren't fans come to the game? And I think worse than being mad, we're all just getting apathetic.
Yeah.
Like we're all just sitting down saying, I love this team, but all right, well, they're not gonna be good, so let me just sit here and watch it.
Right.
They sucked again today. Okay.
Yeah. Right.
And I think like if Ron Rivera can't right this ship, that might have to be it.
There it
That
is.
really might have to be it for me.
But this is an impossible feat, Will. This is impossible, an impossible feat. Don't you think? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, not a lot of people have the strength or endurance to withstand any of this bull, man. Like to me, this dude had cancer, and in the first year of him having cancer, he had like 3 scandals in his team. Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
but that's what I mean. Like, we're never gonna get out of this as long as Snyder's here, because it's just always gonna be something new, And it's never Snyder's fault. No. He'll blame it on Ron. He'll say, you know what? If Ron hadn't gotten cancer and he hadn't had his energy zapped, we would have turned this around, but we didn't. So now we've hired this guy. You know what I mean? And that's what I mean. Like, no, you're right. It's like, if he can't do it, like, that's it. That's gotta be it.
What hope do we have?
Right.
Hey, look, you're absolutely right, man. And look, I agree with you. These games, like, and shout out to my baby. You saw she had the Michigan State stuff on. The other side of that is that she is a diehard Detroit Lions fan, and there's just a certain kind of sickness in the line where it's just kind of like, no, you're up 35-0. We'll find a way to lose. No, it's just like no. It's not, and I'm getting to that point.
Yeah.
All right, and let me preface this by saying, look, you were talking about the guy that was actually banned for about a year from watching preseason games because I was getting so mad that I was crying when I was like in my like 9, 10, 11 years, those years. Like I was so invested into Washington at that particular point. My mom was like, no, you cannot watch it. This is too much for you, okay? This is like I'm almost embarrassed to admit that, but it's the truth. I have been following this team. I have been digging in, and it's like you said, man. Like, look, I was done around 2010. It was rough, and then Ab, you always talk about we had that 2012 year. We got Robert Griffin, and we went 3-6. Like people forget that we were terrible at the beginning of that year, and then we have that run. And it was literally like the stars are aligning. This is all happening. This is great. And then it was almost if on cue he got hurt. And it was kind of like, okay. And then he's out a couple games. We still win. And we make it. We beat Dallas to get to the playoffs. We win the division. And, we get to Seattle. We win the first 2 games. But you always have that thing in the back of your head like, okay, when's the other shoe going to drop? And then boom, we lose that one. Then the off season, then the whole special RG3 and everything. Then we get crushed by the Eagles. Then here we go again. Then it's just like every single time they do everything in their power to get me into this, and I say I'm letting go. Here we go. Let's go. And then it's just like it's honestly like you jump out of the airplane. You're like, I'm ready. I'm doing this. And you start, wait, did I forget something? the parachute. Like it's just a free fall.
Yeah.
It's a free fall,
Yeah.
man. It hurts. It hurts.
It
Week
does.
after week, year after year. You were absolutely right, Ab. This is an abusive relationship. And I don't know.
You're almost done with it. Like it's just like literally, it's just like you're just almost done with it. Like you reached your point.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I got it's rough. It's rough. You know, hey, shout out to my guy, Cameron Pazuki. Talk about I'm an island boy.
God.
I'm an island. Yo, he showed me that. I was like, what in the world is this?
So bad.
What happened?
Oh, it's so bad.
You haven't seen it? Oh, look it up. When you get off this, look up Island Boy. I'm an Island Boy or something. And it's these two white dudes with funky ass like hair singing like I'm an island boy. And they're trying to freestyle and rap, and you're like, what? What? And they're making money. They're like TikTok and all these. They're doing something. They're getting a lot of love. And he showed me. I was like, what is this? So I'm not. Yeah, if my team wasn't bad enough, you got this stuff going. Look, we have to go into something positive. Well, not necessarily positive for myself, but positive for my guys, right?
Positive for me,
for
right?
one of us.
Positive for me,
not positive for this guy.
Yeah.
Wow. Here we go. This guy, yo.
Pull it up. Pull it up.
Hold up. I'm bringing it up right now.
Doesn't work. All too bad.
Right.
Not clicking right. I don't know what's happening.
Oh, man. Hold on.
No one can see the standings.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, snaps heaven. Hold on. All right, hold on. Let me get out of it and come back.
It's a big matchup this week, too.
Is it showing up?
No.
Oh, okay, hold up.
I got no tight ends, and now I got to go up against Ab. Come on.
We'll make a trade next week, okay?
Right, yeah. Let's see if you got any tight ends I'm interested in.
Come on, Sean.
Baller,
I ain't getting off the show until I put my 2 cents in. You what's up?
I don't want no Cole Kmet.
You don't want him?
No. We got 2?
All right. Let me see if I can bring this up. Share it.
Looking
Here we
like
go.
cracked out citizens of Bikini Bottom.
It's true. It's so true.
Let's get it.
So let's look at this. Look at this.
Oh my goodness.
Sean, so you got your second ass whooping hot hands of me, right? This week, right? Show
my goodness.
Show them box scores, boy.
Oh, man.
Box scores, boy.
I feel like you've been waiting for this, Ab. You know what? You are too excited about this, Ab. Good God.
Oh, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, this was not pretty for me. It was ugly the entire way.
Look at it. Look at this.
Oh, my goodness gracious. Aaron Rodgers played subpar. Dalvin Cook played subpar. Oh, DeAndre, Cortland, Noah Fant, Goddard is the only one. Emmanuel didn't give me anything.
That was D.
Yeah.
Atrocious.
And who did I sit on my bench? The Eagles D, who had 21 points.
No, nice.
Look at
Wouldn't
that.
helped you.
No, James Conner 14, nothing. McManus, who played against us, gave me nothing. You guys are terrible, guys.
Look at this.
This is just nonsense. Oh, Pittman, Elijah Mitchell, CeeDee Lamb, Ezekiel Elliott, and Matthew Stafford all get double digits for you. All right, let's move on.
Joint. Ooh.
You know what? We are moving on because I got the clicker.
Of course we do. Of course we is.
All right, Will got the W over struggling Delilah.
Snuck by.
Ooh.
Oh, you got your revenge.
I did.
There we go. 173 to 169. Oof. Kyler, he's been struggling the last couple games. Good gracious, it don't matter. You had Najee, Jonathan Taylor, Keenan Allen, Robert Woods, Debo. Hawkinson, Deontay. Good gracious, Will. No, she didn't even start a defense this week.
Does she know how to play?
I mean, look,
I would have won.
In our other league, she's undefeated.
Really?
So, yeah. Oh yeah. No, she's nice. She's nice.
Just not paying attention to ours. I feel disrespected.
No, it's not paying attention. She had Ridley, one of the guys she drafted. That hasn't gone through. Higbee has been suspect. She sat Azuma every time that he had a big game. Then look at the bench. Melvin Gordon has Evan Ingram.
Yeah, I mean, if she paid attention to the Ridley thing, she could have put in she could have put in Ayuk and would have won the game.
Yep. If she puts in, no, Ravens didn't give her anything. So, yeah, one switch wins it.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, the weak get weaker. My guy Nathan Snell got a victory against the Knights Rosario. Big Nick definitely took the L this week.
What about Nate making a comeback? You know what I'm saying? Nate,
very true.
Nate was 0-3, and then all of a sudden, he's back to second place in his division.
Oh, yeah, Nate's coming through. And look, Nate, we brought him on. Let's talk fantasy football. And he just aired out our dirty laundry. This man said, hey, he's been trying to trade and nobody wants a trade offer. But the only thing he traded was he said he offered you, Will, Justin Herbert for Kyler Murray. And I was like, well,
I didn't see that.
Oh, yeah, he said he offered you that.
Oh.
And he was like, oh, nobody wants to trade in our league. I said, did you send me a trade? I said, because he got Cooper Kupp. I said, I'll trade you.
Yeah, I don't think he offered me a trade. I don't remember any of that.
Yeah.
And honestly, the idea of a trade is you got to make it enticing for a person to want. It's got to be beneficial. It can't be just player for player swap. It's
change positions.
Right.
Yeah, you got to what's his weakest position, and you got to look at that and be like, okay, I see he's weak at tight end, so if I have a tight end, let me try to.
And who has all the tight ends, Ab?
I don't know, man. Y'all figure this shit out. You know what I mean?
All the tight ends, get out of here.
Y'all sleeping on the tight ends and shit.
Wow, but look, he also has a major issue. He has Derrick Henry, who we now know is out for the year. And hey, he's got to work on. Dawson Knox is out. He had 3 defenses. So we talked to him about the draft. We talked to him on the show about it yesterday. So 2 kickers,
don't do defenses. 3 defenses.
Yeah, we're like, look, drop 1, if not 2 of those. Drop a kicker, So and he has 3 quarterbacks. So look, this is his first year. He's learning. He's getting into it. He got the W. He came back.
Right.
I can dig it. And then Janae, who
is it Nate's first year?
Yes, Nate's first year. Very first.
Oh no, I meant is it? I'm sorry. Is it Nick's first year?
No.
Oh
No, he's got.
ain't like a first year.
And last but not least, Cameron in the Show Me Your T's beat Dallas comeback versus Janae Struther.
Janae's she shit in the bed, like you know what I'm saying? Like she started off hot.
Enjoying her Sundays to care about fantasy right now.
Right. She's too worried about the daggone Cowboys. So you know what? I don't feel bad that she lost in this. All right. You know, Brandon Cooks, Gronk. She started Gronk last week. The Bucs defense gave her a -1. Starting McKissick, I can dig it.
That's respectful. That is respectful. It wouldn't have done her. I mean, that Daryl Williams is suspect, though.
He gave her 17, but he might be splitting time now.
Yeah.
But she's got, but look, Cameron, Evans, Thielen, Jamar Chase, Pitts, Tanyan's out for the year, or he's hurt now.
Yep.
Tyler Lockett. Good gracious. He's got receivers on lock. But Thomas, Cameron, Michael Thomas I heard he got hurt again. He's out for the season. Saquon's not playing.
Yeah, he's done.
Yeah, Thomas is.
There we go. I just made a slew of moves while y'all were looking at other people's teams.
See? Yo, we're getting off this. No, man, because I'm falling behind. I can see it.
Will thinks he's slick. Who'd you pick up, Will?
Nobody real exciting.
So right now in the North Division, Ab is leading. He's 6-2. Ranked first with a 90% chance of the playoffs. Palmetto Skins comes in at 5-3, one game back with a 91% chance of making the playoffs.
Oh yeah.
Coming in at third at a struggling 4-4, 500, and a 42% chance of making the playoffs is myself. And then there's Delilah.
Hey, wait. Can we say 2 of those losses are to the hands of the DMV Superman? Hello.
Okay, now we got to go into the dirty conference. The Yo, get out of here. Yo, Show Me Your TDs is tied for first in the entire league, first in the dirty division at 6-2. Baltimore Elite with their comeback and Dallas comeback are tied at 4-4, and Knights Rosario is at 2-6. The Chicago contestants are slowly.
So are we only doing? Is it top 4 make the playoffs? Is that it?
I think so.
Sean, you can show the playoff prediction.
All right, let me see.
That's gotta be right. Top 4 make it.
I don't know if it's top 4 or 6, bro. I'm not too positive. Yeah, playoff projection.
Yeah, top 4.
Ooh.
Oh, what is this? Right now, Baltimore Elite is playing Show Me Your TDs, and Palmetto Skins playing DMV Superman if everything stayed the same.
If the playoffs started today.
And the consolation ladder.
Whoa.
Oh, this is ugly. You know what?
Consolation fantasy. Come on.
That happened.
That's just a kick to the nuts right there. You playing in that bracket.
The season is not over, ladies and gentlemen. So do not count us out. All right? Let's get it. All right, man. No more of this fantasy. Ain't nobody thinking about that. Let's get back to real life. All right? Look, but ain't that much better. Oh, look at this. Nathan Snell saying the Baltimore Elite are going to the playoffs guaranteed. All right, hey, he's calling it now. Look, ladies and gentlemen, man, we are so glad to be back with you, man. We've almost been on here for 2 hours, and hey, I absolutely love it. I love getting together with these guys, talking football, because it makes me feel like I'm not going crazy. They see the same things I see. We're all in this thing together, even if it's a sinking ship. We seem to be in it. Let's get the life rafts and lifeboats, and we will pedal the shore, all right?
Let's get another 6-7 game run. Let's do it. Let's do what Washington does.
Let's get it.
It's about that time. Let's go. Yo, we got to let you go, ladies and gentlemen. You see who it is, man. Sean Spencer. So glad to be with you. The shout-out king in the building. My guy over here, Mr. Eggplant himself, Will Kramer in the building. And my guy, I'm bringing it back, Mr. Moist. Yo, You ain't gonna beat me 2 times in the league and then not get nothing, nigga. Yo, my God, a shirtless wonder, Ablo under me, man. Yo, we're so glad to be with you today, man, and we will be back with you next week. Hopefully next week, hey, bye week. Let's get some rest, let's get some relaxation, but work your butts off, get it together. Hopefully we can come back swinging in the second half of the season, man, because, hey, the run starts now. Dallas, we're coming.
That's right.
We're coming. Or the first top 5 pick in the draft, we're coming.
Right.
One of the two we're going to get. And we're going to be motivated to get those. Let's go.
I'm excited for either. Hello.
Right. Exactly. We're realists, ladies and gentlemen. We are realists. All right. Yo, we got to get out of here, man. Peace, guys. Yo, talk to you later, man.
All right, stay up.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
I am Janae Strother.
I'm Sean Spencer.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen.
I got to go out and hold up.
Come on. The lion. The lion. New man losing so fine. Kirk Cousins.
All right. I am Janae Strother.
I am Sean Spencer.
And this is Let's Talk Football.